K98 Talk is expanding its lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
Joe had huge problems with the IRS.
I knew it was coming. I hadn't filed taxes since 1990.
All the IRS letters coming in added up to a nightmare.
It got up to like $68,000. My heart started beating fast. It's like, there's no way, man. I mean, I ain't going to be able to do this.
Then they stopped his paycheck.
So that's when I started making phone calls and found U.S. Tax Shield.
U.S. Tax Shield went to work immediately.
They just took the bull by the horns. What blew my mind is he called the IRS right then and there.
So why is U.S. Tax Shield A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau? Joe knows.
They saved me a ridiculous amount of money.
If you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS or state, choose the company Joe chose, U.S. Tax Shield.
It was the best decision I made. U.S. Tax Shield is the way to go. Life is good. Thank you, Lord.
Call 800-471-3287.
U.S. Tax Shield. Boo-rah. Yes.
800-471-3287. 800-471-3287.
Game on, where progressives fear us and rhinos tremble. Welcome to the political jungle. I'm JD.
This is Stacey. Is spared.
Lock up the children.
And the old folk.
Welcome to the world of liberservative conservatarians.
Lordy, Lordy, drink the 40, pass it till it's dry. Tuesday night, April 26, 2016, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. JD and Stacey here. Game on, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on that K98 Talk. Plenty of primaries tonight, but none of them that really matter, baby. Welcome back to all our political geeks, freaks, and back alley sneaks. Everybody within the sound of my voice right now. You know exactly what to do and where to go. You get over to K98Talk.org, get in that chat room, say hello to Stacey, say hello to the drunkest, drug-takingest, sanest. I'm telling you, they send this Nick pictures like a schmear radio audience in the business. JD and Stacey, baby, your radio short stay motel. Hi, how you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Getting pumped, baby. Let Nirvana take you into the Tuesday Night Madness. Tonight, Cruz and Kasich yell Banzaiiiiiiiiii. They go all Kamikaze, baby. Hillary's feeling the burn, and no, she didn't catch anything from Bill. Celebrity Jeopardy with special guest contestants Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders, that Uncle Speedo, and Archie Bunker from 702 Houser Street over in that Queens, New York Nonsense of the world and more. Remember, guys, we're not just here live Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. For Game On, we do it again here on K98 Talk. We're part of that Conservative Commandos Radio Network. Thursday night, Game On live again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Sunday morning, we're live again for Game On at 11 a.m. Shift gears a little bit, baby. Killing your mainstream media hangover. Friday, drive time. With a drive time 5 p.m. leader with the lead-in at the Yahoo Sports. Big whoop. Won't fight about it. Yeah, it's in a little media market called Philadelphia, serving as Southern Jersey and Northern Delaware. And at WNJC 1360 AM. Stacey and I negotiating to get up in the Dallas market. We want to thank everybody who's getting us more and more affiliates each and every month. For those of you who'd like to see us continue taking over the world, we've procured ourselves a couple of sponsors. Could always use a little more. If you know anybody looking to sponsor the show or become an advertiser in the Dallas metro market, reach out to Rick, R-I-C-K, at K98Talk.org. For those of you that went to public school, that's K98Talk.org. After the show, Hoop will stick around for the boss, that Riggy Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson, with that J.R. Homestead on that America Off the Rails tonight, taking you into the top of that 11 o'clock hour. And then after that, from midnight to the morning light, baby, you get over to Spreaker.com, hashtag JD and Stacey, JDANDSTACEY. Find out a catalog of everything we've been doing here with that Riggy Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson and the cantankerous Rick Trader over at 1360 WNJC. Good evening, baby.
Good evening.
I got more marbles in my mouth. I don't know what to do with. Oh, good Lord.
Sorry about that. Well, yeah, there were some primaries this evening. We're not going to talk about them because exactly what was supposed to happen happened.
It was huge. It was huge. It was like a Schmeckel in Trump Tower. Hold on one second. I got to hit the audio my bubble. And to Stacey's point, there were 5 primary contests tonight. All of them in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. And if you all right, if you turn on the news right now, whether it's the cable hooples or any of the mainstream media, they are all right. If you put on cable news right now or any of the networks, make sure you put a lot of plastic down in front of the television screen because there are the orgasm of it's over. They've defeated Uncle Bernie and they got to be nice to Hillary and Ludani. Everybody calm down. I am actually not that confident and positive about how this is all going to play out. The only thing that I'm holding out for tonight is for Celebrity Jeopardy with Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders, and Archie Bunker. However, that being said, I want you all to think about it tonight. They called them very quickly before we came on the air. Donald Trump took all 5 states. Was it, Stacey? It was New York, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, and Rhode Island. Is that what went today?
Believe so, yes.
And all in all, if you want to keep this in perspective, all 5 of those states represent 118 delegates. You had Donald Trump walking away with 95 just out of his victory in New York. But I want to go back to the way that he's sweeping the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states. It is such a through-the-looking-glass dichotomy, Stacey, because you are now – we've been sitting here for the last couple of weeks talking about the Republican primary in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic where it never mattered before. And I don't know if people understand, a conservative here is probably what a liberal Democrat would be considered in Nebraska or Wyoming or something like that.
Well, and it's not just that, right? And the point being that even horrible nominees like Mitt Romney had pretty much sewn it up by this point, and that's why these primaries have never mattered. And these states don't matter to the GOP in the general election. Donald Trump will not turn them blue. So, I guess to my mind, 95 delegates out of New York State where about 350,000 people voted, and 104 or voted for Donald Trump, and 104 in Texas where 1.2 million voted for Ted Cruz. The GOP primary system really needs to look at where their members are and allocate delegates appropriately.
And Stacey and I have been talking ad nauseum since the program's inception about how bad our people are at politicking on the right. And this goes back to what we're going to get into here in the first segment. I want everybody to understand something. Regardless of who your chosen candidate is, you need to just be conscious of how much emotional investment you put in these people, because we're going to go through this John Cruz, good God, this Ted Cruz and John the two schmucks that aren't Donald Trump that just came up with this pack, and whether it was Ben Carson surprising everybody and supporting Trump after he basically was called the child molester, you have here 2 men with such egos that the play that we're going to talk about, honestly, probably should have happened about a month ago. So now what's happening? So now the RNC wants to stop the Trump train. All right, Trumpkins, hand off Schmeckel, ear on radio. Hand off Schmeckel, ear on radio. All of you better be very concerned, because guess who our ace in the hole to stop Donald Trump is, baby? Good God, baby Jesus, help us, Edith. Huh?
I'm the mailman. As you can see, I'm the mailman. Don't nobody mess with me. I'm the...
Okay, Stacey, so you want to go into a little bit of this... I was going to call it Machiavellian, but it's more like something out of a Fellini movie. I mean, first of all, John Kasich looks like your old uncle who's just on the early ages of dementia when you wake him up after a Thanksgiving nap. Like a reporter asks him a question, he's like, what about me?
I mean, reading a little more detail behind it, as it turns out, it didn't really seem that the candidates themselves, Ted Cruz and John Kasich, were much involved in the discussion about the announcements that came out.
Do what now?
It seems, according to at least some news sources, that this was actually a deal that was formed between the two campaign managers as opposed to any amount of great involvement by the candidates, which may explain why John Kasich pretty much went and blew it out of the water today.
No, I disagree with you. I think this goes back to that if you think that you need the rest of the people in this country to vote for you for president of the United States, there's something inherently wrong with you. The ego that you have, I don't care how nice you think Ted Cruz or John Kasich is, their egos are as large as Donald Trump. So basically what Stacey is speaking about is within the last couple of days, there is supposed to be this nominal Stop Trump PAC. Why is there a Stop Trump PAC, J.D. and Stacey? Because after the momentum that Ted Cruz had picked up coming out of Wisconsin, and as well as he's played that backdoor delegate game, I said this to Stacey the other day just in casual conversation. I'm a never Trump guy. I think Cruz would be a decent president. I do not think, and I do not understand how, through this campaign cycle, I don't think Ted Cruz has really become that much better of a candidate. So what does he do? He goes and he makes a pact with John Kasich so that Kasich kind of is supposed to tell all his people in Indiana to vote for Cruz, and then he's going to get out of Indiana, and then Cruz gets out of what? Minnesota, New Mexico, and Oregon, and the same thing. Because everybody listening to the show right now, you have to understand something. If Donald Trump wins Indiana, he's going to get 1237 before he gets to the convention to have to go to that first ballot. So what happens? Back when Cruz and Rubio should have done this, probably around January. Back when Cruz and Kasich should have done this, probably back around February. This week, they decide to get into what is, in my mind, a loser's pack. A loser's pack. And a loser's pack from the point of perception. Ted Cruz has been yelling ad nauseum that John Kasich needs to get out of the race so it would be a head-to-head race against him and Donald Trump. And for a long time, I really supported that notion. Except to me, Stacey, even with this asinine pack that irritated Kasich is, kind of backpedaling on, to me, this is a sign of weakness. If it works in Indiana and they stop him and it goes to the convention, fine, I'll retract that. But from the outside looking in, this just looks weak to me.
Well, I mean, again, I think it's born of a couple of things. I don't think that either of the candidates was intimately involved in the announcements that went out. I think it was a decision made on the side of the Kasich campaign because they're running out of money. They literally have limited resources left. So it was almost as if them doing this was a way of bowing out of spending money in Indiana and also looking to have some solidarity. Now, both of the statements that came out referenced stopping Donald Trump before Cleveland. Now, Kasich has come out today and said that's not his goal at all. What I'm saying is the politicking that went on seems to have been mostly between the campaign managers, and at least one candidate was not even really on board.
This is why 5 seconds with John Kasich would have the average human being.
I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medication.
Will somebody wake this napping moron up? Yeah, my job's not to stop Donald Trump. You're running against him and Ted Cruz for president. Yeah, but it's not my job to stop him. Then what the hell are you doing here? God, Jesus, I can't take this guy anymore. Seriously. This drives me crazy. If you went to Uncle Speedo right now, hey, Uncle Speedo, what's going on in your nomination? I am trying to stop Hillary Clinton and really wish I cared about her damn emails. It is insane. It is insane. Do you know why John Kasich was surprised by that question? Because he's running in this for a television show, a radio show, or a VP slot, and that's it. That's why he's irritated. You know when Kasich's campaign starts? At the convention in July.
Well, and, I think the other thing is, once that was announced yesterday, Donald Trump started unleashing with some very unflattering attacks, and his supporters are tweeting very unflattering pictures, and Kasich has been pretty insulated from that. Because he's never really
because he campaigns 2 days a week. The other 5 days a week. But you know what I mean.
He's never been in Donald Trump's sights as someone that Donald felt was betraying him or doing something that was, not okay. So he took about 14 to 15 hours of that and completely started backpedaling the whole thing.
I want to make a point. Dexter Roy, Dex in the chat room, has actually had some really good points, and maybe what I'm saying is being misconstrued. I agree with Dex's point that the tacit coalition that Cruz and Kasich are trying to form is really to prevent a do or die situation. I agree with you 110%, Dex, because like I said, if Trump wins Indiana, that's it. He's the nominee. And we're talking about whatever from now until November, but it doesn't change the fact that, look, Stacey and I have been speaking about this for months. And maybe I'm bitching a little bit because too little, too late. But, Dex, it is a do-or-die situation. And for the rest of the audience, it's a do-or-die situation. However, these people are just getting around to this now. Going back to Dex's point, he had an excellent point. He said on April 25th, 2012, if I understand this correctly, Romney was already the nominal nominee.
Correct.
So, yes, I agree that this has to happen, but it doesn't mean that it looks any weaker to me. Let me make a sports analogy. The draft is coming up on Thursday. Sam Bradford, who just signed for $35 million, 22 guaranteed over 2 years, is getting all sad, wah, and wants a trade after just signing a 2-year contract because they might be drafting another quarterback. From the outside looking in, to say that publicly is weak. So to my mind, right here, after Donald Trump gets a 60-something% a vote the other day in New York, it's the timing of it. It's not the fact that it shouldn't happen or that it's not a good idea. I'm just tired, Dex, and everybody else in the audience. I am tired of feeling like myself, Stacey, and our audience are months, years, or steps ahead of the people that are supposed to be running for the highest office in the land.
Well, when you take a look at it, like I said, I think there's more to it on Kasich's side because he is literally running out of money. There were several publications talking about the lagging fundraising engine of his campaign, as if that would be hard to figure out why ever that could be happening. And I think to Kasich's campaign mind, this put a good face on it, understanding the opposition to Trump that is, larger than I think people like to give it credence for. So if you watch the mainstream media, Fox is fawning all over itself right now. Trump did exactly what we said Trump was going to do. Wee!
And
that logic just makes me crazy.
The only person I'd like to see on Fox actually have an orgasm is Megyn Kelly, and she hates the bastard, so I can't win.
Well, now, she had a pretty interesting interview between Herman Cain and I just lost his name.
Oh, this is a good segment. All right, so 999, Mr. 999.
Wow, that was terrible.
Oh, Herman Cain and who? Or have you still forgotten it?
Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. Wow, I'm sitting there and I can see a picture of the guy's face in my head, and I blanked on the name.
Wait,
she had a really interesting interview with Cain talking for the Trump perspective, and obviously Shapiro talking the anti-Trump perspective, and she was actually giving Ben a little bit of a hard time.
I got to tell you something.
I was shocked.
I absolutely, and we all lose it on the radio. But for those of you who are going to take a little trip in the Wayback Machine, this was actually Stacey's original radio resume she sent to me for the show.
I bring nothing to the table.
Wow.
Okay, terrific.
I'm just kidding. Mediaite had a article. You know how Mediaite's got a lot of liberal authors in there? I'm pretty sure this guy is a big lib, but I agree with the sentiment of it. If you go over, take a look at it. Basically, it was that, that makes Cruz and Kasich that guy, and nobody likes that guy. Paul Manafort getting bumped out of power. Why? Because Corey Lewandowski is an insufferable douche, and so is Little Donnie. Coming back on the other side of the break, JD and Stacey going to be bringing you a very, very special episode of Celebrity Jeopardy with our special guest contestants. Uncle Speedo. Yeah, Archie Bunker from 704 Houses Street there. And Little Donnie. Show getting so big. It's Jeopardy now, baby. Diamond Dave's got to take us out. JD and Stacey, K98 Talk. What the hell's the name of the show? Game on.
One break coming up.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. This is the most transparent administration in history. Not even a smidgen of corruption.
Fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. What difference at this point does it make?
If you got a business, you didn't build that.
The feeling most people get when they hear a Barack Obama speech, I felt this thrill going up my leg. I don't have that too often.
Steady.
It's time to hear the truth about America's biggest challenges. Ricky Robinson, host of America Off the Rails, will tackle the important issues facing America today as he tries to keep America from coming off the track. Get ready to hear the truth every Monday through Friday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, here on K98Talk.com and the Spark Radio Network.
Welcome to the face. Welcome to the face of the new democracy.
Are you conservative in a world of liberal?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not alone. Hey, I'm Daniel Stafford, host of the Stafford Voice, and I'd like to invite you to tune in each Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, where I'll break down the events of the week, and together we'll learn about how they affect you. So, sit back and get ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly of talk radio right here on K98 Talk.
From the Vikings of Norway to my home down south to Washington, D.C., I've been around. I've seen it all, and I've come out on top. You better beware, for all you know, the bell tolls for you. Enter the bell tower or watch your step. 8 p.m. Thursdays, K98 Talk.
Welcome back to JD and Stacey here. Game on, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on that K98 Talk. Welcome back to all our political geeks, freaks, and back alley sneaks. Get over to K98Talk.org right now. Get in that chat room. Join the conversation. Say hello to the craziest, most plugged-in intellectual radio listening audience in the business. Remember, guys, we're not just live 9 p.m. Tuesdays here, Eastern Standard Time for that Game On. We're live again Thursday nights, 9. Sunday morning, 11 a.m. I don't know how I got talked into it. We do the same show, only it cures your mainstream media hangover, baby. Friday, 5 p.m., we have the drive time leader for Yahoo Sports on the 1360 a.m. WNJC, serving Philadelphia, Northern Delaware, and Southern Jersey. Remember, guys, after the show, not during it, stick around for the boss. Ricky Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson taking you through the 11 o'clock hour with that J.R. Homestead on that America Off the Rails. Then after that, you get over to Spreaker.com. Hashtag JD and Stacey. Hash Brown JD and Stacey. JDANDSTACEY. Find a catalog of everything we've been doing here at that K98 Talk. Welcome back, baby.
Welcome back.
That was the quickest. Let me think about this. I don't think we've done a show this primary season yet where everything was called before we went on at 9 o'clock.
No, but again, I don't understand. Like, yeah, it was supposed to be.
I ain't no ways to. Oh, did you see Kankles?
I can't be like excited, enraged, upset. Exactly what was supposed to happen happened.
Did you see Did you see her snap on Rachel Maddow last night?
No.
She is the devil. Hillary Clinton, the devil, mama, the devil. All right. So basically, and Rachel Maddow's not wrong. I mean, Rachel Maddow and the Bernie Sanders faction on the left in the Democratic Party is very similar to the Republican base that does not like Donald Trump and wants the Republican Party blown up institutionally as badly as the Democrats want the Clinton faction blown up. And she was basically making a point, and she was pushing back a little bit because Clinton's like, oh, come on, it's over. This old Jew keeps making fun of me, and it's going to hurt the party. And she started pushing back on superdelegates, and she's like, well, it's about having more votes. And Hillary went nuts. She's like, more votes? I have more votes. I was like that scene in Scanners, her head exploded. It was like alien. Something came out of a hoo-ha that looked like a snake. It was awful.
There was about half of that description we could have lived without.
Okay, terrific.
Personally, no, I could have lived without it.
Listen, it's your fault. You told me that you hadn't seen it. However,
it's not my fault that you said that.
However, K98 Talk, being at the helm of that Ricky Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson, we are growing so fast that ABC Television, baby, that's right, has licensed and sanctioned a very special episode of Celebrity Jeopardy tonight. Your guests are going to be that Mr. Donald Trump, that Uncle Speedo Bernie Sanders, and Mr. Archie Bunker.
This is Jeopardy!
And on tonight's episode of Celebrity Jeopardy, I'd like to introduce our contestants. First, from 704 Hauser Street in Queens, New York, Mr. Archie Bunker. Straight out of Brooklyn, Senator from Vermont, running for president, Uncle Speedo Bernie Sanders. And Tiny Speckle, Little Hand, Little Donnie, Donald J. Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our special host for the evening, Stacey Lennox. Hi, Miss Lennox.
Hello, and good evening to our wonderful contestants this evening.
Before we bring in and introduce some of the contestants, why is Alex Trebek not hosting this evening?
I believe it has something to do with him finding out he was number one on Mr. Trump's deportation list, being that he's from Canada and no longer a natural-born citizen. He cannot host a TV game show.
That's right. I filed the lawsuit. He is unqualified. He's like Lion Ted. He's from Canada. You know what Canadians are? They're Mexicans that live north of us. That's what they are.
Good afternoon, Donald.
Hello, Miss Jeopardy lady. And let's bring in our first contestant, Mr. Archie Bunker, 704 Hauser Street, Queens, New York. Hello there. Nobody told me here. When I went, Edith didn't tell me that I'd be here with a Jew and a rich guy, huh? What a bunch of nonsense this is. Good Lord. I don't think that was very nice. We have come here to raise money for a charity. My charity that I am raising money for today is that gourds are just vegetables that do not have any inspiration. Wait, can we please ask questions about my schmeckle? Please?
No.
No?
No.
All right, so let's introduce now that we've introduced our contestants, let's get to the Jeopardy categories up on the board. First category, Brooklyn Jews who grew up in white neighborhoods that are now black and hipster who are running for president. Incontinent socialists who wear Depends because the Clinton mafia scares the hell out of them. Beautiful Mexicans who have not been through my wife's door yet. Porn stars Donald Trump hasn't married. Republican, Democrat, or suicide. And black people hot Huckabees. All right, Stacey, tell us which one of the contestants is starting off.
Well, we'll start with Mr. Bunker.
Oh, that's nice there, huh? You know what? I'm going to call you Little Edith. I'm on stage here. I'm in between the Jew and the rich guy. It's like my daughter's Gloria boyfriend. He's the dingbat, and he's like the white Sammy Davis over here.
Sure, Mr. Bunker, would you like to pick a category from which?
Yeah, hold on there, sweetheart. I know women have all the rights and everything now, but I'm reading here. What should we? Let's see. I will take beautiful Mexicans who have not been through my wife's door for 600. There, lady.
Okay, for 600. These two beautiful Mexicans are best known for their marijuana-laced movies and antics in 2008, personally made bongs for Donald Trump's kids.
Oh, I know this. Labor Secretary, Mr. Perez.
Mr. Trump, you can't answer Mr. Bunker's questions.
No, this is about a buzzer game, and I am Bernie Sanders. Hold on there. Let me see. Would it be the, I know, the Guatemalan guy that lives behind Jefferson?
No, actually, the answer would be Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong, what's it? Oh, I lose my turn. Who gets to pick now?
That would be Senator Sanders.
It is. You know something? I don't understand why there is so many different. I look at the board. This question has $100. This question has $600. I think all the dollars should be even. However, that being said, I will take Brooklyn Jews who grew up in white neighborhoods that are now black or hipster who are running for president for 600, please. Nice equality, lady.
The J and Z train still smells like urine and dead runaway teens, but most New York City's tourists say it reminds them of this New York City power couple.
That would be Jay-Z and Beyonce.
That would be correct for $600.
You know what? I am going to give up what I said about this equality stuff. I actually like having powerful on the board. Okay. I will take incontinent socialists who wear Depends because the Clinton mafia scares the hell out of them for 1,100 equality, lady.
$1,100 question under that category is codename Blue Dress. This former Clinton scandal player is now a grandmother of 11 who webcams nude in the evenings.
Could you repeat the question?
Codenamed Blue Dress, this former Clinton scandal player is now a grandmother of 11 who webcams nude, that would be naked, in the evenings.
Secretary Clinton. Who is... No. Who is Secretary Clinton?
No, that would be wrong. The answer is actually Linda Tripp.
See, I know that, Zia. Who gets to go now?
Well, that would be Mr. Trump.
You know, I had a huge night tonight. I won 5 states that absolutely mattered to absolutely nobody. And for that, I am going to treat myself. Porn stars Donald Trump hasn't married yet for $5 billion, please.
We don't have a $5 billion category.
Ask me the $5 billion question. You know, this Jeopardy game is completely rigged. It's completely rigged. Why don't you have a $5? I can afford $5 billion. Hey, what about the cheap little schlep over here? Why don't you shut your mouth there, big dingbat? Huh? I don't understand why $5 billion. You see, these guys don't have any money. I'm at the $5 billion question. For me, you do it, right?
No, it would actually be an $1,100 question.
Fine. Porn stars I have not married yet.
This Golden Girls star once did a stag movie in the silent picture era under the screen name Ivana Humpalot.
Oh, I know this. We dated in middle school. Who is Betty White?
Who is Betty White?
Dated in metal. Okay, yes, that would actually be correct for $1,100.
Oh, wait a second. I have $2,200. The old racist down there, shut up, you Jew, huh? And the rich guy, they got nothing. And I go again. You know what? To all my supporters, screw equality. I am digging on this Jeopardy game. You know what, Alex? You know what? I'm going to take a chance here. This is not my best category. But I'm going to take a chance. I will take Black People Heart Huckabees for $800, please.
This Trump surrogate was once
Oh my goodness, it's the Daily Double. I can now double. I like this capitalism. Okay, but this...
Well, hold on, dear. I wanted to... if you're going to ask questions about coloreds and Jews, why not ask me, huh?
Hold on, this is my question. Okay, I'm ready. I am ready. Okay, go ahead.
This Trump surrogate was once mentioned in an episode of HBO's The Wire.
Who? Trump surrogate. Oh, who is...
Hey, where are the white women at?
Did I win?
No.
Why not?
Because that's the wrong answer. The right answer was actually Ben Carson.
Oh.
This is a bunch of horse hockey here. Why don't we get into Final Jeopardy?
Okay.
Hold on a second. It's the Final Jeopardy round.
And what is the category? The category for this Final Jeopardy round will be 3-letter U.S. corporations.
And the final Jeopardy question is, this 100-year-old technology company does business under the formal name International Business Machines.
I did not know you would be asking corporation-type questions.
Shut up down there, hot Jewish guy.
Oh, you are a mean man. I will hit the both of you with my schmeckle.
All right, Stacey, it seems like our contestants have finished up. Why don't you go down the line?
Okay. Senator Sanders. This 100-year-old technology company does business under the formal name International Business Machines. Your answer is?
What is global warming?
No.
Oh.
And how much did you bet?
All of it, but it wouldn't be fair and equal if we didn't split my losses 3 ways.
No, actually, you just lost all of your money.
Well, why don't you get to me over here, little girl?
Okay, Archie, Mr. Bunker, what was your answer to the Final Jeopardy question?
It's a 100-year-old technology company there that does business under the formal name International Business Machines. What is IBM? Does that mean I got it right?
That means you got it right, but I don't think you had any money, so I think you still have nothing.
I didn't have any money before I got here. You're worse than my wife. I'm going to call you Edith Bitch Jr., huh?
Ask me. I have the answer for this, please. Get to me, please. I am the business guy.
Mr. Trump?
Yes.
Your answer to the Final Jeopardy question?
My schmeckle is bigger than any company in history.
That is not the correct answer.
Trump Towers?
No. And you don't get 2 chances.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the first and probably the last edition of Celebrity Jeopardy here on K-On with JD and Stacey.
This is Jeopardy!
Is there a person left listening to this train wreck?
Okay, terrific.
They were actually answering the questions.
You know what I need after that? I need...
Boom, boom, boom.
I probably should have watched an episode of Jeopardy before we did that.
Either that or you shouldn't have just did everything in a monotone and tried not to laugh. I mean, this wasn't a real episode of Jeopardy. You were the meanest game show moderator in the history of game show moderators.
Hey, I think it worked well. They all left broke. I'm happy.
You are the worst game show host in the history of game show hosts.
Oh, come on. Alex Trebek is just ridiculously arrogant.
This is how Stacey
like
got
when
the
he gets when contestants on Jeopardy.
I got nowhere else to go.
When contestants on Jeopardy get answers wrong, he smirks.
Wait, because he's so detestable. He's got the answers there, and he's like, oh, okay. The question is, what cell on the third sac of the sixth fly testicle contains the Y chromosome? And people are like, I don't know. No, sorry. It is the fifth testy. Fifth. How do you not know that?
And Dexter says I was incredible, so...
Oh, well, then it has to be true. When I looked up, when we started this segment, we had twice as many people in the chat room. All right.
That's not true.
Right. Coming back after the second break, wrapping up the show, coming into the top of the 10 o'clock hour. Nonsense of the world. We got kids dating robots. There was a one-page thing about something. I'm going to sit here and try to remember which personality I'm in right now. But right now, baby, JD and Stacey here in that Game On, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on that K98 Talk, taking you to 3 minutes and 30 seconds of break to pay some bills. Top off your drink, tighten up your stink, grab yourself whatever helps make you think. JD and Stacey, K98.
Hey everybody, this is Jason, host of According to Me. I'd like to invite you to check out my show. It's a 2-hour show that lasts 60 minutes in...
Listen, I hate to interrupt, but one thing I can do is read off a script. Just say, let me be clear a lot. It works.
President Obama, I can't handle this. It's a radio promo. I'm not green. I've done this before.
Did someone say green?
Now, Al Gore is here. Listen, I'm just trying to record a radio promo. Do you mind?
Now, do you say good things about me on the show?
No, not at all. But if it makes you feel any better, I rip on Republicans just as much.
The AM radio frequencies give off very high levels of radiation.
Look, my show is on the internet, which you invented. Can I just do my promo?
I got a pen. I can veto that, you know.
I know you got a pen. It's not a law. It's a radio promo. Listen, just listen to my show. Barack Obama and Al Gore hate it, so you're going to love it.
Here's an executive order. Don't listen to his show. He doesn't like me. He's racist. And he doesn't recycle either.
That's it. I'm done. It's According to Me, Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on K98 Talk.
Wondering why you're up early with us on a Sunday morning making a cocktail? News lately got you drinking? Hung over from the mainstream media by Sunday? We are, and we got you covered.
We sure do. We got your hangover cure for those weekly news blues. So sit back, top off your mimosa, and add some Baileys to that coffee.
Take a match to your copy of the New York Times. Light, funny, and oh yeah, news with booze.
And a lot of laughter.
Welcome to Bloody Marys and Broadsheets. If it's Sunday, it's Bloody Marys and Broadsheets.
We're your cure from your weekly news hangover.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of our military service members or their families, asking them to put themselves in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep them secure for the rest of their lives. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
K98 Talk is expanding its lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level, or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
welcome back, truckers, suckers, and bad. JD and Stacey here. Game on, K98 Talk. Everybody within the sound of my voice, get over to K98Talk.org right now. Get in the chat room, say hello to Stacey, join the conversation. Remember, guys, we're not just here Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Friday, we do a little drive time into Yahoo Sports on the 1360 WNJC. Anybody interested in sponsoring or becoming an advertiser in the Dallas market, reach out to Rick, R-I-C-K, at K98Talk.org. For those of you that went to public school, that's K98Talk.org. Remember, guys, stay tuned for the boss. J.R. Homestead coming on at 10 o'clock. America Off the Rails coming at the top of the 11 o'clock hour. Then what are you doing after that, Hooples? You're getting over to Spreaker.com. Hash Brown, JD and Stacey, JDANDSTACEY. Get a catalog of all the nonsense we've been doing here with that Ricky Tiki Tavi Rick Robinson. Welcome back, baby.
Hello.
I don't know what... You know how I'm doing that whole thing and I'm being weary. I'm like, this could end up on the AM station. I got to watch what Archie says. Uncle Bernie and Donald Trump sound the same in my head for some reason.
Wow.
Did we miss any really good questions? So for those of you that were interested, I think the next time we do this, we might structure it a little more. That was a little ad-lib. So the categories we had today for Celebrity Jeopardy were Brooklyn Jews who grew up in white neighborhoods that are now black or hipster who are running for president, incontinent socialists who wear Depends because the Clinton mafia scares the hell out of them, beautiful Mexicans who have not been through my wife's door yet, porn stars Donald Trump hasn't married, Republican, Democrat, or suicide, and black people hot Huckabees.
Okay, terrific.
I don't know how Hollywood just doesn't snatch us the hell up. And I'm going to tell you something. You could never do a kids game show like Double Dare or any of that. You're just mean. You're just mean.
Alex Trebek is mean.
I thought the lady on Where is Carmen San Diego was like kind of serious.
You're going to do Jeopardy. You've got to go with the general feeling of the show, and that was what it was.
Oh my God, the best Jeopardy skit ever was SNL used to do it, and Will Ferrell used to play Alex Trebek, and I think Darrell Hammond used to play a drunk Sean Connery, and so Ferrell asked him a question as Trebek, and he's like, oh, da-da-da-da-da, and Connery's sitting there swaying because he's drunk, and Darrell Hammond looks up and he goes, I forget the question, Trebek, but the answer is your mother's a whore.
There you go.
Oh, my God. We're going to keep doing this. We cannot get away from...
Yeah.
Now, this is prom season as well, so I'm starting to get concerned for the youth, because this should be...
I would have put the kibosh on this one if I had opened them more than an hour before the show.
This is the Mirror. This is from the UK Mirror. Romance in the digital age. 1 in 4 young people would happily date a robot. Huh?
Well, I understand over in Britain, because there's a lot of articles written that, like, young men just have dropped out of society because women are so, like, feminist and awful, and, like, they're so down on young men, like the direction we're kind of going with some of our more radical feminism, that, a lot of women in the UK probably would happily date a robot because the guys want nothing to do with them.
You know what? To all my British friends, get yourself over to New York. They really do not. The women here do not have that kind of hang up. It's like, excuse me, could you tell me how to get to Times Square? And it's like, oh yeah, baby. I'll just take you back to my apartment by Times Square. What the hell? The guys in England.
I want to know who the 17% of adults are who are willing to date a robot. I don't understand this.
Yeah, I don't. The 17% of adults who are willing to date a robot are 100% of the population who doesn't get laid.
I'm just
that is. I'm sorry. That's.
I don't understand it. can't.
If 17% of people want to date robots, I reiterate my point, that represents 100% of the people in this country who are not getting laid.
Well, that would be in the UK, but I can't wrap my mind around the concept of like dating CP3O. I mean, hello?
You're such a girl. CP3O. That's the way that chicks say. This is C3PO. Say it with me.
Oh,
C3PO.
whatever.
No, not whatever. You brought him up. I didn't bring him up. At least use his God-given Christian name. C3PO.
C3PO.
Thank you. How would you like it if how would you like it if a robot came on the show and be like, I love your co-host, Stacey. You know what you would tell that robot?
Put the lotion in the basket.
No, I would not say that to anyone because I hate that clip.
So are the Clintons hanging with the Klan now just because it's the last shady organization they haven't been caught in bed with yet?
I think this is ridiculous. You know, I love the last quote. The Klan has always been a democratic organization. That's like literally the last quote in the article.
From Vocative, a prominent Ku Klux Klan leader says that the group has raised thousands of dollars for Hillary Clinton's campaign. You know, and I am not a Donald Trump fan by any stretch of the imaginations, but Republicans, you should, anybody who is in the Republican political consulting game should go get an application and go to work at Wendy's because you suck at your job. Because everybody in this country, ask them, hey, what does it mean if you're a Republican? We're all a bunch of brain-dead racist crackers that like to hang folks that look different from us from trees. But no, why are Stacey and I in the third nonsense segment of the show bringing up the fact that the Klan it says they raised thousands of dollars for the Clintons? What did he knock up?
$20,000 that they gave in small anonymous donations so the Clinton would never know. Hillary Clinton didn't take more than like a hot 10 seconds to completely disavow this. But as I said, as for Clinton, according to Quigg, the grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, all the stuff she's saying now, she's saying so she can get into office, okay?
Wait a minute. If you're going to tell the story to your radio audience and the radio people, why don't you tell it the right way? I'm a Grand Kleagle or a Grand Dragon. A Grand Wizard is completely different.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if I was a Grand Wizard, I'd just be like,
Hey, where are the white women at?
But I'm not. I'm a Grand Kleagle. And I can't say where the white women at till I become a Grand Wizard. It's like a racist version of Lord of the Rings. The Grand Wizard is like a racist version of Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. That made me laugh.
Do you know how fast Rick Trader would call you after he listened to this show if you drop this on NJC? Are you serious?
We haven't gotten canned yet.
And you dropped an F-bomb.
Not today, I didn't.
No, but you did.
Yeah, one. All right, so did they raise $20,000 for this fat piano leg scheming thief?
The campaign is, of course, saying they don't have anywhere near $20,000 in anonymous donations.
They don't have $20,000. They got billions of dollars slushing around the Clinton fund. They don't have $20,000. Yeah. And Anthony Weiner's schmeckel isn't used as wallpaper by sick people all over this country. Please. They couldn't find $20,000. The woman's under an FBI investigation. $20,000. Get the fuck.
Anyway, I found Quigg's response about Mrs. Clinton most enlightening. For all the stuff she's saying now, she's saying so she can get into office, okay? She doesn't care about illegal immigrants. She's acting like she does so she can get into office. Once she's in office, then she'll implement her policies. She's a Democrat. The Klan has always been a Democratic organization, Quigg said.
I want to tell you something. I'll speak for Hillary here. We have
you laughed so hard.
We have no. It's true. It's true. When I was in Arkansas, I'll tell you why I always supported the Klan. I love the Klan because Klan women, when they wear the sheets, Hillary can't tell I got them pregnant.
Giggity, giggity, giggity,
giggity, let's have sex.
Can we talk about the psychopaths next?
I thought we were the psychopaths. Yeah, creative people might secretly be psychopaths, scientist one. From the UK Metro. Take it away.
Well, what I loved most about this is they talk about how truly creative people might have some psychopathic tendencies, but there's also a lot of psychopaths in the workplace, more than you may think. And there was something in here that actually made me think about the election, because psychopaths and other manipulators with dark triad traits, such as being narcissistic, are best at dealing with people in person when they can switch on the charm. You want to catch them out. Communicate by email instead, or any other online means rather than face-to-face negotiation. All I could think of was the difference between listening to a Trump speech and then reading it.
Let me tell you something. If you start communicating with everybody only by email, not leaving the house and talking to them, you're going to end up like that 17% of that 100% that ain't getting laid, baby. I cannot believe it. Fast this hour in conservative radio. Wrapping up, we want to thank the audience for joining us tonight. Hopefully you're going to come back Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on that K98 Talk. This, for our new listeners, is the time in the show where I look at my beautiful, brilliant co-host and I say, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, you got them keys?
I got them keys. Let's get up on out of here.
Let's go right to the Game Show Hall of Fame. Tell the nice people where they can find you. Tell them where they can find you.
You can always find me on Twitter at @ScottsFire, SCOTSFYRE, and also on Facebook at Stacey Lennox.
And you can find me at Game On JD on the Twitter. Listen to what Stacey says. She's already sold me out. You all know I'm a crazy freak, but doesn't stop me from getting on bar stools, alleyways, seedy situations, bulletproof vest on. Someone's taking a shot. If I live through it, I'll see you Thursday.
I'm looking for you, you Occupy freaks with your glitter bombs. Bring it on! Bring on the glitter. Everything has changed. Everything has changed in the last few years. Conservatives used to take it, and we're not taking it anymore.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, but if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 29security.com. That's the number 29security.com. 29security.com. Go to 29security.com. If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 29security.com. That's the number 29security.com. 29security.com. Go to 29security.com.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.